Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to this motion today. The Great Kenora riding has long-standing been tied to the forest sector and has been particularly hard hit in this global economic recession, and in fact, for some time before that. However, this conservative government in the last couple of years has done more for the forest sector than any other government in history, and I have to speak out against this motion. I'll preface my remarks that although I'll be speaking specifically about this motion and its implications for Quebec, I appreciate and recognize that this government's forest policy has indeed been to address national concerns in the forest sector and has done very well by the province of Quebec. In fact, Mr. Speaker, just to highlight some of the things we've done in Quebec over the last 2 fiscal years, $16.7 billion in loans and grants have been committed over the last 2 years in support of the Quebec forest sector. In addition, Quebec is also receiving a portion of the $1 billion Pulp and Paper Green Transformation Program, a program I had an opportunity to announce on behalf of the Minister for Natural Resources in Thunder Bay and the Great Kenora riding last week, and it was very well received by stakeholders in that riding and in Thunder Bay Rainy River. Finally, over $928 million has been transferred to Quebec to support and retrain unemployed workers, people affected or displaced by the forest sector's current challenges. This is in the 2009 fiscal year alone. This policy was developed very much with the forest sector in mind and is now occupying itself with long-tenured workers who were displaced, for example, in some critical mass in the forest sector. So when we look at the support by this government across the entire country, there can be no doubt, and certainly this is the kind of feedback we've had in the Great Kenora riding, which shares certain makeup as some of my colleagues from the northern parts of Quebec, that this conservative government has really made the forest sector its or a top priority in its policy platform. It's clear, Mr. Speaker, that having a wealth of natural resources is no longer the only ingredient for economic success. The forest sector, in fact, all of our resource sectors, must build on Canada's other strengths to transform our resources into value-added products and to keep high-quality, high-skilled jobs here in Canada. We know that economic success in today's climate requires that right combination of resources, people, knowledge, expertise, and systems, and our government is determined to ensure that these economic fundamentals are firmly in place. To reinforce the competitiveness of Canada's natural resources economy, to support sustainable industry, and to provide, of course, a clean, healthy environment. Today, while Canada's economy remains strong, or stronger than most, global pressures are being felt particularly by the forest sector and the forest-dependent communities, many of which are in the Great Kenora riding. So in the face of these pressures, staying strong depends on supporting innovation and on industrial and entrepreneurial creativity. We must develop skills and expertise, create new products, find new value in untapped forest resources, and establish new markets. To meet these challenges and to make the most of the many opportunities that they present, the Government of Canada continues to work closely with provincial and territorial governments, with communities, and within the industry. And indeed, Mr. Speaker, in the Great Kenora riding, I have been very active with other levels of government and stakeholders in the private sector to work to diversify within the forest sector in the Great Kenora riding. But this requires a commitment to research. So in 2007, we established the $127.5 million Forestry Industry Long-Term Competitive Initiative, which is already leading to some significant achievements. For example, Canada's Forest Research Institutes have now been consolidated into FP Innovations. This has produced the largest ever public-private forest resource organization in the world. FP Innovations will help the forest industry to spur innovations in ways that will produce results now and reap even greater benefits later on. Evidence of its success can be easily seen in the number and the variety of initiatives that are appearing in the forest sector today. As well, through Canada's Economic Action Plan, we are continuing to build on early successful initiatives. Budget 2009 provides a total of $120 million over 2 years to advance innovation in the forest sector by accelerating promising research and development that will help transform and diversify the forest sector. This funding includes $80 million over 2 years for the Transformative Technologies program that is administered by FP Innovations. It also includes an additional $40 million to develop pilot-scale demonstration projects of new products for use in commercial applications. Le Programme des Technologies.
The Transformative Technologies program supports research and development in leading-edge technologies, which will increase the number of products manufactured by the Canadian forestry sector. There are areas of research which include new materials using nanotechnology, energy, and chemical products made with forestry biomass. For example, there is the Transformative Technologies program, the Canadian Forest Research Institute, and there is work with a national network of experts, university experts, in developing paper biocaptors. These can help to detect and destroy toxins and pathogenic agents such as SARS and Listeria.
Cellulose, the aerospace and automotive sectors have shown interest in using this cellulose in advanced, lightweight, high